last week, and the value did rise, but I think it will continue to climb in the coming weeks as he settles in as their lead back. And this is a really fantasy-friendly schedule. Chicago, Dallas, KC.
Raw Points, weekdays from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Welcome back to Cashing Out here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Scott Seidenberg back here with you. It's Cashing Out on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. And let's take a look at the games in progress right now with some live lines in college football. Top 25 action. We have Texas A&M with first and goal right now at the Florida 7. 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in this game. And as someone who has bet Texas A&M -7, let's punch this thing into the end zone, please. Let's come away with some points on this drive. We want to put this game away and cover a spread here, Aggies. Let's go. Take a look at the live line right now. Texas A&M, a 10.5-point favorite on the live line. You are essentially betting if they score a touchdown or not, because they're up by 7. They get the field goal. They'll be up by 10. You're sitting here. 10.5 is what you're risking right now. On the live line. We'll see if they can punch it into the end zone here, second and goal. Go into the fourth quarter. Number 9, Texas Tech has a 28-17 lead over Kansas. Again, this is a Texas Tech team that is now having to roll out Will Hammond at quarterback because Baron Morton, their starter, got knocked out. He is not in this football game, as it looks like Texas A&M does find the end zone here against Florida. Your live line right now for Texas Tech and Kansas is Texas Tech, a 12.5-point favorite with a live total of 58.5. Elsewhere, top 25 action in the third quarter, it is Auburn with a 10-3 lead over Georgia. And I mentioned earlier, this was a game where Georgia closed 3.5 to 4-point favorites. Right now on the live line, Georgia a 1.5-point favorite. So the betting market right now, you're still betting on Georgia to win this football game. They're -125. Now the line has just moved. So now Georgia is a +1.5 dog, down 10-3 against Auburn. Still, this money line doesn't make sense, but I'm sure it'll change as the odds board is changing in front of me, because I'm seeing -125 on the money line, but -125 on the +1.5, which is interesting. So let's see what happens here. Still plenty of time left in this football game, if we're being honest. They're only in the third quarter. Meanwhile, USC has just kicked a field goal to take a 24-7 lead over number 15 Michigan with 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Your live line in that game is USC -16.5. I bet USC on the money line. This was
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
We welcome you to the Ice Castle here on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network are proud to bring you Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on this Saturday evening. As the Jets participate in the tournament down here in Pittsburgh, they lost the earlier tilt, but they're looking to rebound tonight as they get ready to take on the Buffalo Red Raiders. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Caleb Mold here in the Crow's Nest at the Ice Castle here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Canton-Akron will participate in their second game of the day. And they dropped their earlier tilt by a score of 3-1. And tonight they will take on the Buffalo Red Raiders Red Raiders coming at 3-13-1 according to myhockeyrankings.com, and have given up 33 goals, scored 17, averaging 1.7 goals per game. For the Canton-Akron Jets, they come in with a record of 7-2, 42 goals for, 16 against. They're averaging 4.5 goals per game. Again, their last game earlier, that was against the Frederick Freeze. They dropped that one 3-1. Canton-Akron Jets are coached by Sean Houston, John Evans, Ethan Everhart, and Mike Furlong. And for some of us, just a quick hour drive down the Pennsylvania Turnpike as we get ready for this really late game here in Pennsylvania. Of course, earlier, you heard the Youngstown Phantoms here as they took on the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders in Game 2 of their weekend series. Phantoms bounced back from a loss last night. They get the 5-3 win. And, of course, all the action heard right here with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, Dave Ferris, pushing all the buttons, making that sound good. And before that, over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Grove City Wolverines were in action. They took on the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. They get the 24-14 win, and privileged to have done that game with the voice of the Grove City Wolverines, Mark Means. And if you want to go back even further, last night it was a classic in Girard as the Indians would knock off the Poland Bulldogs by a score of 29-28 in a hard-hitting physical game in NE8 action. Bulldogs will be back in action next week. They will host Lakeview. It'll be senior night for the band, so there'll be some festivities before the game, but it'll be a matchup of the Bulldogs, the Lakeview Bulldogs, and the Poland Bulldogs. We'll go at it, of course. We will have more football over on Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Dave Clark on the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. The Canton-Akron Jets will be designated the guests here. The Buffalo Red Raiders will be designated as the home team. So both teams skating to their bench as we get ready for live action here. Scheduled originally for 10:10. But the varsity team was in action just before this. That game carried over. They took on the Buffalo Bison. They dropped that one by a score of 4-2. Great game to start out for the Canton-Akron Jets. Just could not finish that one off. And they will move on to tomorrow, as will the Canton-Akron Jets. And I believe their game is scheduled for just after 2 o'clock here at the Ice Castle, and then we'll be back in action later in the evening as well. Stay tuned to all our social media. And, of course, you can hear everything on the free iMedia One network app, available for iOS and Android. Both teams coming out for the face-off here as we will get started. And it'll be the Jets move it from on our left side, the Raiders on our right. As Ray LaChance will take the face-off. The Jets will win this one, although they'll have to battle for it out in the neutral zone. No possession now. Again, through the neutral zone, and finally it'll take a shot, and it's going to be a pad save by the Canton-Akron Jets netminder. I believe that is going to be Connor Mold, the senior, out of Poland Seminary High School. Raiders working to the inside, trying to work past the D. Shot to the left, going to go wide of the cage. And from the point, second shot glove save by the Jets netminder. Action down by the goal, down by the net there to our left. We are up in the corner here, kind of the crow's nest, I believe they would call that at some of the arenas. They'll take the face off to the right of Mold. Jets moving into the zone. They'll work down into the bottom. Benson taking a shot. It's going to go in. He'll find the back of the net. Tyler Benson unassisted. 13:21 of the first period. Jets take a 1-0 lead. got the Buffalo Red Raiders listed as the Buffalo Red Raiders, but it is on the jerseys, St. Francis Red Raiders. Face off to come from center here to the far side. It'll drift back into the Jets offensive zone. Benson working around to the net, trying to look for a second one. Feeds it into the slot. Shot taken, and it's going to be knocked away. Mason Daros with an opportunity, or good look there. The Raiders take this one down into the Jets defensive zone. They'll work from behind the net. Craven stepping in. Knock them off the puck, and the Raiders will reset. They'll drift back in their own defensive zone. They'll send it over to the near side to Chidoba. And the Raiders trying to work to the inside past Craven. Craven going to sweep that one away. It'll head towards the wall. They'll chip it off through the neutral zone, and it'll head down towards Musla, who is starting in the net for the Raiders. Jets working to the inside. Into the slot. Was looking for Doris. Couldn't get it to him. Good look, though, again. Doris feeding it across the slot. Looking for Deacon Johnson. It'll be swept away, but then kept in by Dab. Morrow sending this one down the far wall. They'll send it right back to Morrow. Won't make it around. And the Raiders will clear this one out to center. And it'll be Barbieri. It will reset this one. Jack Barbieri trying to get this through neutral. Through the neutral zone. He'll take it himself up the near boards. Try to shift it down, but it's going to go off the stick high above, and it'll stay in play. Puck to the far side. Working into the slot. Raiders with it now. They'll work past Chavold. Puck back out to center. Raiders will lose possession. And it'll be that'll be Pryor with the puck. It'll be sent high into the glass behind Mosla in the net for the Raiders. And to the far side, Chavold going to battle for it. Deacon Johnson going to back him up. Puck going to bounce around a little bit. Bodies coming together over in the corner. And it's going to head out towards the blue line. Pryor tried to keep it in, but the Jets are going to have to vacate the zone. They're actually going to call him for offsides. 11:22 left here in the first period. Jets lead by a score of 1-0. All right, actually a penalty coming up against the Raiders. Didn't catch that one, but the officials over there talking to the Raiders bench. They're going to say it's going to be a hold. With 11:22 left, so the Jets are going to go to the man advantage, up by 1. They'll drop this one to the left of Musla. A chance for the faceoff. They'll take this one against Rakowski. Out to the blue line. Pryor. Passing it back to LaChance. LaChance had it knocked off his stick, but Pryor going to back him up. Almost lost that one. Almost a free shot there for the Raiders. And he'll have it knocked off his puck, off his stick. As Burness will send this one all the way down. He'll clear it. And the Jets now with some speed through the neutral zone. They'll come through center. Down the near wall. Stagmeyer from behind the net looking for somebody to feed. Nobody there. Ethan Bell set, waiting. But he'll send it back out to Pryor. Out at the blue line. They'll chip it back down behind the goal line. Bell trying to feed Stagmeyer in the slot. Couldn't get there, but they'll keep it in the zone. Down to Doris. Doris. Rotating around. Try to get it D-to-D. Didn't come off the stick quite right. And it'll come out of the zone. And the Jets will have to clear. As Pryor now back in. Takes a shot. It'll be knocked away by the glove of Musla, but it'll remain in play. LaChance from the near corner. Try to feed it to Bell in the slot. He'll take a shot. 55 seconds left. On the man advantage for the Jets. Bell from the upper right corner. Feeding it out to the blue line. And Pryor couldn't keep it in. Pryor being harassed by Rakowski. He'll send it D-to-D. Get it to the near side. And he'll bring it down the near wall. LaChance takes a shot. Pad save. Almost a rebound shot there from Ethan Bell. It's going to go wide left of the cage. Lucas Black on the ice for the Jets. Out there for special teams here. And the Jets will have to take this one back out to center. Raiders with the puck now. 17 seconds left on the power play for the Jets. 9:34 left here, first period. Lucas Black trying to work to the inside. Stagmeyer there. Puck sitting out there, and it's going to be covered up by Musla. With just 6 seconds left on the power play. 9:27 left here. First period. drop this one to the left of the Raiders netminder. Lucas Black to take the face-off. He'll be backed up by Balestrino. Ethan Bell in there as well. Stagmeyer to the near side, out the blue line. Balestrino dropping this back behind the goal line. Lucas Black there. And the Raiders will have it. They'll take it through center. Try to get past Balestrino, but excuse me, that'll be Barbieri. But the Jets with the puck now down the far wall. 2-on-2 here, and it's going to be knocked off the stick of Balestrino. Looking for Bell in the slot and trying to wrap it around. Gets it to the inside, and Musla will cover that up. All penalty cleared here. Jets cannot convert. We are back to 5-on-5. Face off to come to the left of the Raiders netminder. Rainville and Capabianca. Raiders will win this one clean. Matt going to chip this one down into the far right corner. And the Jets in the near left corner now. They'll send this one back through center. We picked up by Green. Green up the far wall. He'll take a bump. Puck will sail across the ice down into the corner. Craven getting there, trying to push it down ice. And he'll get it out to center. No possession here. Tyler Benson with it. Craven will have it again. He'll try to ricochet it off the wall, but actually hit Tyler Benson with it. This one will sail behind the goal line. Raiders with it. Dars with some pressure. Suda had a chance at it. Murkowski with it. Craven tried to step in there. He'll cause a little bit of a disruption. Capabianca there as well. Puck to the far side now. Murkowski trying to work to the inside. Looking for a shot. Feeds it. But nobody there in the slot. And the Jets at possession momentarily. This one. Sharp angled shot from the left. Our left. Connor Mold's right. He'll send that one away. 7:40 left here, first period. Jets lead by a score 1-0. Tyler Benson starting the scoring for the Jets early here in the first period. What if I said first quarter tonight? Had some football things going on earlier. Deacon Johnson from around the kick plate. He'll take it all the way around. He'll get knocked off his feet. Puck still loose. And a shot by Chavold. And it's going to be a pad save. And it's going to settle out here in the near corner. No possession, but Deacon Johnson going to feed this over. Be a shot from the point by Morrow. Puck up at top. Behind the goal line now. To the right of the Raider netminder. Send it back out to the point. Max Morrow now from the circle. Takes a shot. Swallowed up by Musla. The clock will stop with 6:57 left here in the first period. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Canton-Akron getting back in action tomorrow. They'll have 2 games scheduled. Face-off coming to the left of Musla. It'll be LaChance, but Sedova will have this. He'll send it around the kick plate. He'll send it around to Sobolski. Sobolski trying to get it down the ice, but was get in the way. And it'll be Stagmeyer that will knock it off to stick. Craven chasing it down behind the net. And it'll head back out to the blue line. D-to-D pass. A little too much on it. It'll leave the zone for the Raiders. They'll sweep it back down in behind the goal line. Barbieri there for the Jets. He'll bring around the netminder off the wall and through center. It'll head all the way down. No icing. Same will pick it up. He'll send it down the far right wall. Stagmeyer tried to reach and keep it in the zone, but it'll be Barbieri that'll pick it up and try to bank this one off the boards. Raiders coach looking for a penalty. Nothing there. They'll feed it in the slot. LaChance there, but he's going to get some resistance from Sobolski. Puck tied up in the lower right corner now from where we are. And he'll send it back out to the blue line. Rossi Nicely going to chase this one down. Pryor to the far side. Try to send it across, but going to be intercepted by the Raiders. Look like Rainville in there. And this will end up behind the net of Connor Mold. Jets now trying to send it all the way across ice, but it's going to go off of a Raider player up in the air. Nicely be the nice closest one to it. LaChance had a shot at it, and it'll be the Raiders that will recover it, though, and bring it through their zone. It'll be Matt sending this over to the far side. Raiders trying to get into the Jet zone. Pryor, though, take the puck away. He'll bank this one. I think he was trying to get it off the glass, but there was a Jets player right there out to center. And it's going to be a race for it down into the corner here. Icing coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. 5:11 left here, first period. Jets with a 1-0 lead. Tyler Benson scoring at the 13:21 mark of the first period. I do believe that one is going to be credited as unassisted. All right, face-off coming to the right of Mold. We'll send around the kick plate. Down in the corner. 2-on-2 battle for it. Lucas Black in there. They'll send it out to the point. They'll take a shot and a glove save. Garrett Green with the shot. Connor Mold with the save. Just under 5 minutes to play here, first period, here at the Ice Castle, just outside the city of Pittsburgh. Puck to the far side. Tried to get it through center. Lucas Black delivering a shot while he was trying to get to the puck. And Suda now back through center, trying to get it down to a teammate. It'll head down into the far left corner as Pryor will have it. And they're going to call offsides. I believe that's going to be actually a penalty coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. That'd be Lucas Black. He'll head to the box for 2 minutes. See if we can get the call here. Didn't see much on that. Lucas Black last night playing for the West Branch Warriors football team. They get the win over the Alliance Aviators. Of course, that game was heard on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means and Dave Clark. And now for the face-off, the Raiders will take it back into their defensive zone. They'll set up. Raiders on their first power play of the night. Man advantage coming up for the St. Francis team out of Buffalo. Puck across there. LeChance stepping in. He'll ricochet it right back. Musquette will send us to Burness. Burness down the near wall. Cross ice through center and to the far wall. Fisher trying to get out of the way. The puck will sail down to the upper left corner. Back out to the neutral zone, and they'll have to reset. Burness will have this one. He'll send this one D to D. He'll get this over to Rakoski. Rakoski from the right of Mold. Working around the back of the net now. He'll be chased down by Gage Weaver. Trying to sneak one around the corner. Pushed away by Mold. Puck out to center. Raiders with it. 1:02 left here on the power play. O'Connor will send this one back. And let me try to send it right back to him, but a little miscommunication. And Burness taking a swipe at LeChance. Reached out there. I don't know if he was going for the puck or not. But O'Connor now for the Raiders. With a little bit of speed, he'll send it to Burness. Burness down the near wall. He'll run into Gage Weaver. Weaver going to push him behind the net. And they'll send us back out to center. It'll drift all the way back with 32 seconds left on the Raiders power play. 3:14 left here, first period. Mostly going to cover this one up is Rossi Nicely, and O'Connor would battle for it. Face off to come to the right of Musla. Shot on goal, going to go off the post. And the Raiders stuck back in their defensive zone here with 17 seconds left on the power play. 3 minutes left here in the first period. Rainville trying to work through center, get it into the zone. He'll run into 4 Jets. He'll drop this one at the point. They'll be content to chip it behind the goal line. Stagmeyer there, going to force him to try to move it around the kick plate. Back out to the circle. Raiders trying to get a shot off, and it's going to go through the right side of Connor Mold. Found the smallest area it could to go in, and with 2:41 left here in the first period, the Raiders going to tie this one up at 1. I'm not sure if the the penalty had expired at that time. I'm told it did, so that will not be a power play goal. We'll drop this one at center. 1-1 is your score. 2:41 left here, first period. Capabianca for the face-off for the Jets. Craven going to bank this off the glass. Chidoba going to send it right back to him. Raven going to send it back to Chidoba, but he won't be able to pick it up. It'll sail behind the net of Musla, and we're going to get a whistle. And the whistle came from the back of the play. I have no idea what that was. Actually, a penalty coming up against the Raiders. Jets are going to head to a roughing call coming up. All right, so Will Raven taking a shot. That's going to be Lucas Tokaz going to the box for the Raiders. 2:29 left here. Jets going back to the power play. They'll drop this one to the right of the Raiders netminder. Jets going to win this one cleanly from the right of Musla. They'll send this back out to the blue line. Doris back out to the top. They'll get it to LaChance. LaChance trying to get it past Burness, and it's going to be a breakaway by Rakoski, and a back check here. Puck loose, and a great effort by the Jets. Here's LaChance now. We'll sweep this one back around the net of Connor Mold. 1:33 left here on the power play. Under 2 minutes to play here, first period. We're all tied up at 1. Puck at center. Burness going to step in, had it. LaChance, though, bringing it into the zone from the near side. Send it to the circle. Takes a shot. Going to float out there and covered up by Musla. A little bit of a pile up here. Jack Barbieri there trying to block the vision of Musla. Puck ended up into the circle. Great look there, but an even better stop. 1:40 remaining here in the first period. 1:12 left on the Jets power play. 1-1 is your score. Stagmeyer with the puck. He'll lose it, so he'll head out the center. It'll be Doris that'll send us to the far side. Jets will reset from behind the net of Connor Mold. Jets with some speed through center down the near side. A chance working around the entire Red Raider defense and takes the shot and scores. Power play goal coming at 1:16 of the first period. Comes with 48 seconds left on the power play. The Jets take a 2-1 lead here on this late night edition of Canton-Akron Jets hockey. Plenty of live action today. Of course, we heard Pat Lucia, Dave Clark this morning, Saturday morning sports page, followed up by the Grove City Wolverines getting a win over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. And then Youngstown Phantoms, they get the win tonight 5-3. As we get a shot on net, Connor Mold going to cover this one up. He'll stop it. 1:09 left here, first period. 2-1 is your score. They'll drop this one to the right of Mold. O'Connor going to take a shot at Connor Mold. It'll go wide to the left of the cage. Jets down the near wall. Try to get it out the center. That's going to be Burness. Burness going to lose the puck. Jets with some speed through center. They'll take the shot. Dab with the shot. Dab the one who actually picked the puck. Took it down ice. Almost tried to get one unassisted, but we'll have an offside call coming up against the Raiders. We'll drop this one again with 34.5 seconds left in the first period. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Change coming up here for the Jets. They'll drop this one just outside the Jets' defensive zone. Canton-Akron. Maybe Chavold bring it into the zone. 3 white shirts in front of him. Thor Chavold trying to work it into the slot. And it's going to be Deacon Johnson reaching in there with that long reach. Trying to get a shot off. Lee Sobolski will take it down ice. Raven now down into the corner. I'll try to get the puck from Gossiak. Jets now through center. With some speed, he'll lose the puck, though. And actually, Dab going to recover backhanded and score, but there was a whistle prior to that. A beautiful shot, backhand. William Dabb. But that goal will not count, and that'll bring us to the end of the first period here at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh. End of one. Jets with a 2-1 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
$14 minutes back up on the board. We'll switch sides here. Mussel will go to the net to our left. Mold to our right. Jets with a 2-1 lead. Shots on goal for Canton-Akron, 6 for the Raiders. It is 9. Canton-Akron 1 for 2 on the power play. The other goal coming from Tyler Benson. Just 39 seconds of the first period. Give the Jets the 1-0 lead then, followed up by the power play goal. 2-1 is your score here. Lucas Black, Chris Gossiuk to take the face-off to get this second period started. Will Craven, Jack Pryor out defensively. And it looks like Ethan Bell is... I'm not sure what's going on here. Ethan Bell and Jack Pryor heading to the locker room. No penalties up on the board. So the Jets now down one defenseman as they'll send Barbieri out. It'll be Barbieri and Craven defensively. Again, no penalties, but 2 Jets players have left the ice. No explanation here. We'll try to figure out what in the world is going on there. Rakoski takes a shot from the near side. Semi-sharp angle shot as Doris tried to get back through center. Craven stepping in. He'll get it through center. Tried to get to Lucas Black. Black tied up. Puck out at center. Balestrino reaching in, but it's going to be the Raiders with the puck. Actually, now Lucas Black will take it back. Craven stepping in with a shoulder. Puck loose behind there, and it's going to be Barbieri that's going to pick it up. He'll take a shot from Burness, and it'll be Barbieri going to fight through that. He'll pick it up himself again, send it back out to center. Raiders will have it. They'll go D to D. They're actually going to bounce this one off the wall. Couldn't get it over to Green. And now Balestrino down the near wall. He'll send it out to center. Nobody to feed there. Puck from behind the net now as Lucas Black will battle for it. It'll sail out to the point. Barbieri from the circle to the left of Musla. Takes a shot. Pad save. And the puck now with a breakaway here. Raiders taking a shot. It came off to Fand on the shot. Braden Rakoski had an opportunity at it. Craven there as well. Craven stepping in defensively. He'll poke this one away. It'll end up in the lower right corner. And Balestrino will chip this back out to the blue line. Out of center, Mold working from left to right. He'll make sure that goes around. Craven going to battle up against the wall. He'll battle Burness for this. Puck tied up here. Balestrino, they're going to reach in. And it'll be Balestrino taking it down the near wall. Looking for some help, but a couple of players going to go for a change. He'll be knocked off the puck. 12:22 left here in the second period. And the Raiders bringing it back in the offensive zone. Craven there takes a shot, swallowed up by Mold. And the clock will stop with 12:16 left here, second period. Jets with the 2-1 lead. We'll be back on the air right around the 2 o'clock mark tomorrow. Of course, these tournaments don't exactly run on time as LaChance will take the face-off against Rainville. It'll be to the left of Mold, down into the corner. Gage Weaver sending this one around the kick plate, send it to the far side. Doris battling up against the wall for it. LaChance there to back him up. LaChance trying to pin it down. Stagmeyer pulling it out of the pile, sending it back around the kick plate. He'll get it to Gage Weaver. Weaver from the near side, up the wall, and it'll pass Rossi nicely. However, Braden LaChance with the puck. Down to the left of the goalie. I couldn't get a shot off. Had the puck poked off of his stick. Now loose to the left of Musla. From behind the goal line now. Jets battling in the circle. They'll try to bring it through center. Max Morrow out defensively along with Gage Weaver. Weaver trying to take the lane away. Stays in front. Blocker side save by Mold. Stagmeyer for the Jets will send this out to Nicely. Nicely bumping it over to Chance. And LaChance bringing it through the zone. He'll lose it. He and a defender will go down. And the puck will be covered up with 11:22 left here, second period. More live action coming up next weekend as well. Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. We'll feature the Poland Bulldogs and the Lakeview Bulldogs at Pavlansky Field in Poland. As Pryor takes a shot off the pad. Rebound shot. That too will be blocked. And this one will send all the way down ice. And Mold going to come way out there and play it off the glass. But the Raiders going to maintain possession. He'll take a shot. Going to go well over the cage and around the kick plate to the near point. Busquets now trying to send it to Mullins in the slot. Couldn't get there. Ethan Bell will send it down the far board. Ethan Bell trying to fight through, but it'll be the Raiders. Try to send it down, but I believe that's going to be Jack Barbieri that gloved that one down. Barbieri, pretty tall one. Over 6 foot, so that was helpful. 10:35 left here, second period. Jets 2, Raiders 1. Tyler Benson on the ice, and we'll reach in defensively. Trying to force the puck out. It'll sail out to center. Pryor sending it back to Doris. Doris off the board. Try to get it to Pryor. Still loose at center. Ethan Bell will backhand this one down. And still loose. There's Pryor will come down the near wall. Try to fight through a couple of white jerseys. And a shot from the slot. Stopped by Musla. And it'll sail out to center where the Jets will reset. They'll send this one D to D. And Barbieri going to send this one up into the Jets bench. That will stop. That will make the clock stop with 9:58 left. Long day here. Lots of live action here on the iMedia One network. A few personnel changes here. Weaver and Craven will make their way out defensively. Dab, Chavold as well for the Jets. Bastian Dab to take the face off. Chavold stepping in, trying to win this one. It'll settle out at center. No possession. Now Deacon Johnson down the far side. Johnson taking a sharp angle shot. Going to bounce over Musla. No rebound shot. Still loose. And it'll work its way back up the near board. Jets, though, trying to keep it in. Chavold doing a good job. He'll back this one down into the lower left corner. Bring around the kick plate. And try to send it back out to the point to Craven. Couldn't get it off, but it'll go back into the circle to the left of Musla. Through center now. Raiders with possession. St. Francis Raiders now from the near side. Rakowski trying to work to the inside. Great defense there by the Jets. Puck still loose. They'll work on the boards there. Craven will step in. It'll go off his stick. And out to Dab. Dab couldn't handle it. And Green trying to they'll take a shot. Excuse me, have to be Goshik taking a shot. And it's going to be a rebound shot that's going to go in for Buffalo. St. Francis adds another goal. They tie this one up. Braden Rakowski gets the goal for the Raiders. We're all knotted up at 2. 9:02 left here in the second period. So face off to come from center. Lucas Black. Isaac Rainville at center. Raiders from the far side, working the Jets defensive zone. Ethan Bell going to reach around, take this one, though, with some speed through center. No Balestrino to his left. He won't be able to get all the way through. Black, though, trying to get it down into the zone. And it'll be Rainville. It will send this out to center. Pryor takes it into the zone, but I believe we're going to have it offside with 8:40 left, second period. Final game of the day for this tournament. As we approach the 11 o'clock hour here in Pittsburgh, you're listening to Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting. and Western Reserve Multimedia LLC, part of the iMedia One network. Icing coming up against the Raiders. So we'll bring this one back to the other side. I'll drop this one to the right of the Raiders netminder. Black and Busquets take this one. Jets initially going to win this one. They'll tie it up against the near board. They'll jockey for some position and possession. Back out the center. It'll be Pryor. Pryor sending it to Ethan Bell. Bell going to drop it down in the zone. Raiders try to return it. Going to go off of Max Morrow. Thought Morrow kept it in, but Raiders end up with the puck. Busquets had it, but Pryor knocking it off his stick. It'll end up in the lower right corner here, and then behind the net of Connor Mold. Max Morrow battling hard against Sobolski. And finally, the Jets will come up with possession. Morrow bouncing this one off the glass, try to get it up to Balestrino. It'll pass him up, go out to O'Connor, and O'Connor will send it across the ice to Mullins. However, Mullins can't hold on to it. Jack Pryor will have it taken around there. He's going to get hit a little bit high. No call on the play. Sobolski taking a shot at him as puck settled in the slot there, but Ethan Bell going to sweep it out to Balestrino. Balestrino now through center. Couple white jerseys. He'll be knocked off the puck. It'll be Burness with the puck. Now Sobolski one-on-one with Connor Mold. Takes a shot, finds the back of the net. Jets trail now by a score of 3-2. 7:22 left here in the second period. Lucas Sobolski with the goal for the Raiders. Puts them ahead 3-2 here. 7:22 left here in the second frame. Connor Mold stuck in a one-on-one. A chance to take the face off. Barbieri and Craven out defensively. Craven now with the puck. He'll try to bounce this one off the glass, but it's going to end up somewhere in the administrative offices. And we'll drop it again. We'll drop this just outside the Jets off defensive zone. A chance again, taking it against Burness. Craven again, this time will bank it off the glass. It'll head down ice. Bossy nicely out on the ice. Stagmeyer working from the center, takes a shot, and it's going to be nicely with the redirect. And its game is tied again at 3. Rossi nicely with the goal. 7:05 left here, second period. Nicely was about due. As hard as he works, finally finds the back of the net. And a timely one here as he ties this up at 3. The chance and Rainville for the draw. Nicely again, beating it to Craven. Craven to the near side. He'll take it through center, and he'll chip this one down behind the goal line. He'll tie it up behind the net of Musla. And the Raiders try to get it out through the zone, but contact down in the lower left corner. Can't see from our angle here. A little bit partially blocked as Rainville had it. Trying to fight through the slot, and then Musla's going to cover it up. Great defense by the Raiders, preventing the shot from just feet away. And we'll have a wholesale change for the Canton-Akron Jets. 6:36 left here, second period. 3-3 is your score. Jets trying to bounce back from a 3-1 loss earlier to the Frederick Freeze. Drop this to the right of Musla. This will be Capabianca. And Rainville taking the face off. Raiders will win this one. They'll bring this through center. Pryor defensively in the front, taking the pathway. Gage Weaver there as well. Takes a shot. Glove save by the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. Crowd a little thin here this time of night. Sure, everybody headed home. So Capabianca taking the face off for the Jets. Shot from the point, but it's going to be redirected off of one of the players. It was Busquets for the Raiders. And to the far side, Jack Pryor taking the shot a little bit high there. No call again, but the Raiders with possession. They'll bring it back into the Jets zone. However, Weaver going to pick it up behind the net of Mold. He'll send it back up ice. And a shot from behind. No call there. But the Jets still with possession. And they'll have it knocked away back out to center. Raiders trying to get a shot off. But it's going to be Pryor disrupting the entire play. Capabianca looking for Dars. Dars didn't see it coming. It's going to head over onto the far board. And from center, Dars trying to find somebody. He'll have it redirected. And there's going to be some contact at mid-ice. Jack Pryor is going to lose his bucket. Collision with Evan Pierce. Pierce in some obvious discomfort. It was an awkward collision. Pryor going to bounce right back up, grab his helmet. Pierce, on the other hand, going to take a few minutes to recover from that one. 5:42 left here, second period, all tied up at 3. Faceoff should come just outside the Jets' defensive zone. So big collision there, no call. Sebastian Dabb to take the face-off for the Jets. Bold stepping in there, but puck will sail back to the Raiders. They'll try to get it into the zone, but it'll be Max Morrow. They will bank this one off the boards and head all the way down the ice. Should be icing coming up against the Jets. Indeed, it will be. Clock will stop with 5:31 left here, second period. 3-3 is your score. Varsity team was in action just before this. They took on the Buffalo Bison. They dropped that one by a score of 4-2 after the Jets initially took a 1-0 lead. Couldn't hold on to that. Face off to the right of Mold. Puck will sail down. Glove save. Half-hearted shot there. Easy stop for the second-year Canton-Akron Jet and the former Ohio prospect. Face off again to the right of Mold. This will be Dabb. He'll send it back to Morrow. Morrow looking for a lane to get this down ice, but it's going to sail all the way down, and they're going to say no icing coming up. They'll have to play this one from behind the net of Musla. Jets trying to keep it in the zone. Down to on the boards to our left. Barbieri into the zone. Working through a couple of white jerseys there, and he'll sail this one down behind the goal line. Out to the far left corner. It'll sail to the boards. Chavot couldn't keep it in the zone. He'll go D to D. Try to send it over to Morrow. Morrow couldn't control the pass. He'll try to get it through the neutral zone out to Deacon Johnson. Johnson couldn't grab it, but he'll be backed up. Jets still with possession. Trying to find some work to the inside. Raiders doing a good job taking the lane away. Puck sitting right there in the low slot, but going to be swept away. And we'll head up the boards. Jets and Raiders will battle for it at center. Dabb now to the near side. Fancy stick work. Takes a shot. And it's going to go off of a Raider player. Wasn't quite a shot, but I think it was redirected. As the Raiders, odd man rush. 3-on-1 here. No shot there as Barbieri will back this one into the upper right corner. Barbieri bouncing this off the board, trying to take away a shot from Goshik and Matt. Puck to the near side. Raiders with possession. Will try to get it down the boards, but it'll be Barbieri trying to push it back into the Jets' offensive zone. Raiders with it, though, and they'll be content to chip this one down behind the goal line and let Lucas Black set it up. He'll send it around the kick plate to Ethan Bell. Bell can't control it. Raiders there. Puck still loose. As they'll bank this one off the boards. Raiders still in the zone. And Rainville now finally with the Raiders trying to feed somebody in the slot. Takes a sharp angle shot, pad save by Mold. He'll take another one. Connor Mold sliding right to left. We'll stop that one. Balestrino in black there for the puck. Still loose. But it'll get past Balestrino. And Max Morrow will return it all the way down to the other end. No icing coming up here. They'll play this one. 3:15 left here, second period. 3-3 is your score. Just after the 11 o'clock hour here in the Pittsburgh area. Raven back out defensively for the Jets. He'll take the angles. The Raiders work back into the zone. Rainville trying to take a shot from his knees, but it's going to be knocked away. Balestrino now. And Rosulio. But Balestrino, 1-on-1 now. 2-on-1 rush if they move. It's going to be a chance to his left. And he's going to take a shot. Balestrino can't get that one to go. And it's going to be a great stop by Musla. 2:49 left here, second period. And both teams will make some changes here. Lots of action here in the first two periods. Weaver and Craven defensively. Stagmeyer to take the face off to the left of the Raider netminder. Puck out to the slot. Raiders with possession. Again, odd man rush here. Weaver will take him to the outside. They'll reset from the blue line. It'll go off of Weaver. Up in the air. LaChance there as well. Puck still loose. Cebulski trying to take a shot, but it's not good. It's going to be a sharp angle shot. Craven banking this one off, trying to get it back out to Nicely. They can't handle it. And the Raiders with possession. Cebulski down into the corner. Craven trying to bump him off the puck. Tried to backhand it to Mullins, but it'll jump over his stick. LaChance banking this off the boards. Busquets with the puck. He'll try to send it out to the top of the circle. LaChance now off the wall, getting it to Cebulski. Up against the wall, battling Stagmeyer. Puck out to Nicely, but O'Connor there first. And he'll try to send it back, but it'll be Gage Weaver. Trying to work it down the boards to get it to LaChance. Raiders with possession. And Mullins will go down. Weaver with the puck. He'll send it across ice. Stagmeyer sending it across ice. I don't know who he was intending that one for, but Craven and Nicely both there. Craven going to battle for it down the far near side. Puck sailing around the kick plate now as Burness will try to send this one around. 1:34 left here in the second period. 3-3 is your score. Chips puck up near Musla. He'll just cover this one up. I'm going to make sure it didn't take an odd bounce, and the clock will stop with 1:25 remaining here in this second frame. Jets coming in at 7-2 after their loss earlier. Averaging 4.5 goals a game, so right on pace. Stay with that average. Giving up just 1.5 goals a game average. Raiders will win this one. Actually, it'll go out to center. And Stagmeyer, that'll be Doris with the puck. We'll sail back out to center. Pryor trying to work it back down in the zone, but the Raiders will pick the pocket. Tyler Benson there, and we'll redirect a shot to the right of Connor Mold. Rakoski from behind the net, had a shot at it, but Tyler Benson right there. Benson responsible for the first goal of the night. He scored that one just 29 seconds into the game. A bouncing shot stopped by Mold. Under a minute to play here, 54 seconds left. 3-3 is your score. Gossick and Dab to take the face off to the left of Mold. Puck loose. Raiders will win this one. It'll sail back down behind the goal line. Collision there's Max Morrow. Fight for it. Pryor will end up with it. And he'll end up in a collision with Rakoski. Puck loose. Dab now with Chavold to his left. Also have somebody to his right here. Can't get a number on that. They'll try to work to the inside. Actually, it'll end up down in the lower left corner now as the entire play was disrupted. Raiders now trying to work out to center. Morrow now with the puck. You'll have to wait till the Jets clear, take it into the zone, and try to take a shot, but it's going to go off the stick of a Raider. Deacon Johnson there. And it's going to be Morrow taking the shot. No rebound. And covered up by Musla. And the clock will stop with 13.8 seconds left here. Second period. I have to check with our information folks here and see if there have been cuts after the second period. I'm told no. Okay. So this game may continue on here. 11:09 here in real time. 13 seconds left here, second period, though. It'll drop this one to the left. In the Jets defensive zone. The Raiders defensive zone. Out to center. Ethan Bell there. Couldn't handle it. Puck still loose. Balestrino chipping it backhanded in, and it's going to sail over to the left of Musla, and that will bring us to the end of the second period here at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. After 2, we are all tied up at 3. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Nothing accomplished here as we go to the third period, all tied up at 3. We'll switch sides again. Connor Molden net to our left. Musla will be in the net to our right for the St. Francis Raiders. Listed as the Buffalo Red Raiders, but St. Francis clearly on the white jerseys with the red detail here. As the Jets will win this face-off cleanly, they'll chip this one all the way down into the upper right corner. Same, sending it back out to Sobolski. Sobolski trying to gather it up, but Ethan Bell stepping in, and Sobolski will end up with it again. He'll get it out the center, but Jets will have this one. They'll easily send this one back down around the kick plate. As Bell is there, Chidoba as well. Puck loose in the low slot. Bell stepping in. Bell being disruptive here. Trying to find somebody in the slot. Bell takes a shot, but it'll be blocked in up into the glass. Lower right corner here, Lucas Black. Battling Mullins and Chidoba. Balestrino there as well. Puck locked up here. We'll see if we're going to get a whistle or not as they try to battle for possession. Finally going to come loose. Here's Chidoba. Had it. Now Bisquette will send it around the far side. It'll be returned to the near side. Mullins there. He'll send it out to center. Gage Weaver, though, for the Jets. He'll chip it back down into the zone. Behind the goal line, Chidoba. From the far side, sending it all the way down ice. Icing coming up against the Red Raiders. They'll go for a change, and we will drop this one to the right of the Red Raiders netminder. 12:44 left here in the game. Third period action here, tied up at 3. 3-3 is your score. Third period here on this very late edition. As the Red Raiders will win this one, they'll send it out to Pierce. Pierce a little banged up earlier, back on the ice. Burness centered across ice. Pryor, though, disrupted it. It's going to sail down it behind the goal line to the right of Musla. Bounce back off the boards nicely with a goal earlier. Trying to work to the inside. Was looking for LaChance, couldn't get it there. Rebounded by Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer's going to take a shot, going to go wide right of the cage. Knocked away by Musla. LaChance from the near board. Chased down by Pierce. Puck loose. Goshik with the puck. And LaChance going to bounce this one back to Rossi nicely. Nicely working from the right of Musla. Tries to wrap around, take a shot. Couldn't get it there. Pierce will have it. He'll take it down ice. Burness to the near side. Try to connect on the pass. Red Raiders taking a shot. Pad save by Mold. Under 12 minutes to play here in the game. Tied up at 3. Craven clearing this one. Couldn't get it all the way out. Still in the slot. And it'll be pushed out to center. O'Connor will shoot this from mid-ice. And Connor Mold will clear it all the way down. Stagmeyer working to the inside. He'll be bumped off the puck by O'Connor. He'll sail around the kick plate for Suda. Suda ricocheting it off the boards out to the blue line. Jets keeping it in. Takes a shot. Going to ricochet off of Tyler Benson's stick. And Musla will stop this one with 11:24 left here in the game. In that second period, 10 shots on goal for the Jets, 5 for the Red Raiders. Face off to the right of Musla. Rainville and Capabianca. Very odd puck drop there, and it's going to go up into the net. And we'll get the whistle with 11:15 left here, third period. Face off. Well, the draw will come to the right of Musla. We'll take it back to the other side. So we're in the lower right corner to give you kind of a perspective here as Rainville will take the face off against Capabianca. Puck loose there. Tyler Benson as well. Rainville trying to work around. Capabianca feed in the slot. Nobody there for the Jets. Jets, though, now taking the shot. It's going to be Barbieri. Puck going to sail out. No rebound shot. Tyler Benson there. Quickly, Rainville with the puck. He'll go down. Capabianca trying to get it to Tyler Benson. It's going to bounce along the boards. Jets trying to set something up, but Green with the puck. Sending it all the way down. It'll be a high pass. Rainville waiting for the puck. It'll be ricocheted to the upper left corner where we are. Jets with it. Trying to get up the board. Tyler Benson again. Trying to send it out to center. Red Raiders going to keep it in the zone, though. Max Morrow from behind the net of Connor Mold. 10:27 left here. Third period. Morrow trying to work up the far boards. He'll chip this one out to center. Red Raiders will pick this one up. Green had it. And it'll sail back to Morrow. Morrow going to go D to Jack Barbieri. Barbieri going to send this one into the netting behind the Red Raiders netminder. Wholesale changes again for the Jets. Drop this one just outside the Jets' offensive zone. Skit. I believe that's going to be Sebastian Dabb taking the face-off for the Jets. Loose here. Chavold working to the inside. He'll have to work around Chidoba. Puck loose now in the circle to the left of Musla. Again, Chavold working around the back of the net. He'll get it back out to the point. Takes a shot. Trying to get through traffic. Dabb was right there. Musla stops it. And Dabb now on the far board trying to fight to the inside. Looking to set up a shot. Chavold going to go down from a shot. Chidoba going to put him down face first. Red Raiders through the zone. Mullins taking a shot. It's going to go off the body of Mold. It'll bounce back into play. And I think that's going to be Gage Weaver. Down low. The Red Raiders will keep this one in. And it's going to be an amazing stop there. That was one I don't think he saw until the last second. Great save by Connor Mold. Connor Mold, the former Youngstown Phantom youth player. Cleveland Lumberjack. Ohio prospect. And now Canton-Akron Jet. I think I've got the resume right. All right. So the faceoff coming to the right of Mold. Officials will back everybody out of the circle. No possession. Your puck will sail down behind the goal line. Morrow there. Trying to loosen it up. Some traffic in the front covered up by Mold. Raven and Lucas Black there as well. 9:19 left here in the third period. Connor Mold, one of three former Youngstown Phantoms youth players. He, Will Craven, Lucas Black. Puck there. Black going to go down on his backside as Pierce will send this one to the far side. O'Connor trying to feed it up through center. Ethan Bell there as well. Bell's been a pest. Connor Mold going to sweep this one out. He'll take the shot back again. Puck will go to his right. Went under his pad. I don't know if he realized it initially, but he'll cover it up. Play will stop with 8:55 remaining in this game. 3-3 is your score. Face off to the right of Mold. All right, so we'll drop this one out to center. Rossi nicely with it. He'll try to get it out to center. Nicely try to send it across ice, but Goshek in the way. A shot on goal and a score! Braden LaChance breaks the tie. It's 4-3 in favor of the Jets. 8:45 left here, third period. Chance working to the inside, gets the goal. Jets take a 4-3 lead. He'll take the face-off again against Rainville. Stagmeyer sneaking into the circle early there. Nobody saw it. Ollie Stagmeyer delivering a shot to the far side here, playing physical. Puck loose now back behind the net of Connor Mold. Prior there, he'll try to send it around the kick plate. Try to get it to a teammate. Collision down there. Puck still loose. Picked up by the Jets. Jets feeding it across ice. It's going to be Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer down the far board. looking for somebody in the slot. He's got Pryor there. Couldn't get the pass off, but back out to Barbieri. Barbieri taking a shot, trying to get it through traffic, and stopped by Mosla. Still in the play as they'll head to the far side. LaChance sending it up the boards to Doris. Doris taking a shot. It'll bounce over the net, and LaChance working from the lower right corner here. It'll be Rainville with the puck. Capabianca stepping in. LaChance there as well. It'll sail out, and Benson takes a shot. Going to be high over the cage. Beautiful look for Tyler Benson. Just a little too much on it. Jets now. Be Jack Pryor going into the zone. Trying to feed somebody in the slot. Puck bouncing around there. It'll head up behind there. And it's going to be Barbieri with the power shot. A one-timer. He swallowed up by Musla. 7:28 left on the clock here as the play will stop. The Jets with a 4-3 lead. Face off will be Capabianca and Busquet. Down the lower right corner, O'Connor going to send this one around the kick plate. He'll get it to Pierce. Pierce tied up into the corner now. Capabianca there as well for the Jets. O'Connor trying to send it around. Puck loose. And from the right circle, takes a shot. Off the bar. And now O'Connor out ice. But he'll be upended by Tyler Benson. He'll lift the stick. Jets with the puck. He'll bank it off the board here out to center. Jets going D to D to the far side. Jets into the zone. Max Morrow trying to bring it in. He'll be backed up by Benson. Benson to the far side. And the Red Raiders will force this one through center. As Weaver now will bring it behind the net of Mold. He'll be harassed coming around. 6:33 left in the game. 4-3 is your score. Jets with the lead. Capabianca from behind the goal line to the right of Mold. Setting it around the kick plate. We'll get that to Weaver. Weaver sending it up the boards. Out to Tyler Benson. Benson. Two Red Raiders there. Couldn't do anything. And I believe, and we're going to have a trip coming up. And the Red Raiders are going to go to the power play. 6:14 left here, third period. Actually going to call hooking. That's going to be Mason Doris. Headed to the box for 2 minutes. Hooking the call. Puck dropped to the left of Mold. Tied up down in the corner. Red Raiders on the man advantage. 6 minutes to play here, third period. 1:45 left on the power play for the Red Raiders. Jets trying to clear this one, and they will get it done as O'Connor will set it up from his own defensive zone. And they down the far right side. Now to Rakoski. Rakoski couldn't handle it. Have to send it back out to O'Connor at the point. O'Connor looking for an option, and he'll work along the blue line. Try to take a shot. Had Lucas Black there. O'Connor again trying to set it up. Power play up for Red Raiders. And I believe that's going to be Burness down the far side. Well, that's Goshen. Can't tell from there. Craven stepping in there. Puck going to go high. Trying to find it. And we're going to get a whistle. They're going to say it's going to be a hand pass. Coming up against the Jets. 56 seconds left here on the power play for the Red Raiders. 5:10 left here in the game. Jets with a 4-3 lead. An opportunity for St. Francis team out of Buffalo to tie this one up. They'll drop it just outside the Jets defensive zone. Craven trying to clear it. He'll get it just out to the far side of center. Koshik now will send this D to D. He'll send it to the far side. And almost an errant passes. Braden LaChance was right there. Now they'll be content to ship this around the goal line. Craven trying to clear it. They'll try to bank it off the board. Couldn't get it out. From behind the board again. They'll tie it up. Craven leaning down there, but it'll be poked out. On the near side. Raven and Pryor out defensively. To the right and left of Mold, respectively. Red Raiders trying to set something into the slot. Takes a shot. Weak shot. Couldn't get it out. Cleared by Pryor. 3 seconds left on the man advantage for St. Francis. And the Jets will survive the penalty kill. This one will settle all the way down ice. This should be icing coming up against the Jets, coming right at the end of the Red Raiders power play. 4:06 left here, third period. Jets with a 4-3 lead. Face off to come to the left of Mold. That will take this for the Red Raiders. Jets with possession, bringing it through center. 2-on-2 here. Chavold working down into the slot, looking for somebody, couldn't get there. Puck sailing down into the near right corner. Chavold looking for an option. He'll be tied up. Suda right there for the Raiders. Genova sending it around the kick plate. And Suda will send it out to center. Matt now with the puck. He'll have Deacon Johnson behind him. And Jack Barbieri in front of him. He'll have to just chip it down into the zone. 3:36 left here in the game. Jets 4, Red Raiders 3. Deacon Johnson taking a shot. It'll go off the chest of Musla and down into the upper right corner, where Dab is there waiting for it, but he'll be knocked off of it by Chidova. The puck just drifting behind the net of Musla, and Suda will send this one around to the far side. We'll try to clear it. Chavold from center, down the near board. He's got Suda in front of him. Try to get past him, but it'll go off his stick and redirect. And it'll be Burness now with the puck. He'll get it out to Tokaz. Change coming for the Jets. They'll send on 3 fresh players. Suda from his defensive zone, sending it D to the far side. Trying to get it down ice. It'll take an awkward bounce, and it'll hit that behind the goal line. Weaver going to clear this one up the kick plate. Jets trying to chase it down. It'll settle at center. And no possession here. Puck now. Ethan Bell with it. Takes a shot. And it's going to go off the body of Musla. He almost lost it, went down to the ice. But he'll go down and cover that up. And the clock will stop with 2.5 minutes left here. Third period. 4-3 is your score. Tight game here between the Red Raiders and the Canton-Akron Jets. CAK to take the face off to the right. Musla's left, our right. Oshik and Braden LaChance. Stagmeyer has this one, takes a shot, swallowed up by Musla. Also nicely taking his shot. He'll go down chest first, bounce back up with a little bit of a chuckle. It's much funnier if you know him. Shot off the face-off, go right at the cage. LaChance working around the kick plate, Pierce there to provide some resistance. Morrow taking the shot and swallowed up by the Red Raiders netminder. Rossi nicely was right there waiting for the rebound shot, but he won't get the opportunity. 2:15 left here in the game. Jets getting some extended time here in their offensive zone. The chance to the right will take this for the Jets, and the puck will sail all the way down ice. There should be icing coming up against the Red Raiders, and we will do it again with 2:07 remaining in the game.
Come on, be with the draw.
LaChance and Burness to take the face-off. Back behind the goal line. Braden LaChance there. He'll backhand this one. Set up to Nicely. Try to get out to Stagmar. Will be redirected over to Goshik. Goshik into the zone. Feed it out to Burness. Burness trying to take a shot, but Jack Pryor right there. Great back check by the Jets defenseman. And out to center. It's Ollie Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer trying to get a shot off. He'll have it poked off his stick by Green. Suda sending it back out to center. Jets will regain possession. Braden LaChance will have it. Jack Pryor will take a bump. He had the puck for a second, but LaChance right there for the save. Suda from behind the goal line. 1:25 left here, third period. Jets now working to the inside from the low slot. Takes a shot, going to go over the cage. That's going to be Doris with the shot. Green now sending it out into the slot. High up there, trying to glove it down. Tyler Benson right there, but it'll be covered up by the Red Raiders netminder. Clock will stop with 1:12 remaining in the game. 4-3 is your score. Jets with the lead.
There you go. There you go, White. Let's go. Go Chase.
Chase Busquette will take the face off here. We'll have a timeout. 1:12 left here, third period. Jets with a 4-3 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout as well. Listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world! Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WIDB, The Scourge.
.112 left here in the third period. Jets with a 4-3 lead coming out of the timeout. Face off. Come to the left of Musla. Go to Capabianca and Busquette. Waiting for everybody to get set. Chidoba from behind the net. Chased down by Doris. It'll be a puck just hanging there behind the goal lines. Capabianca there. Busquette tried to put a shot on him. Puck still loose there. They're trying to tie the puck up now, under a minute to play. 4-3 is the lead for the Jets. Doris in the corner. Capabianca there. Busquette. As well as Chidoba. Puck loose through center now. Mullins off the board. Jets going to return the favor. Chidoba trying to send it back down. Jets will return it right back to him. Now loose behind the goal line. Jack Barbieri there trying to clear this one. It'll go off the board. It'll stay in the zone for the Red Raiders and then sail out to center as O'Connor will stop it. Chidoba with it. But a great defensive play by Capabianca. And an empty net now for the Red Raiders. 20 seconds to play as Burness will set this one down in the center. Puck loose there, but Jets there defensively being very tenacious as we hit the 10-second mark. Trying to take a shot. Jets with the puck. 5 seconds left. And Benson with the easy shot and a goal. And that's going to seal it for the Canton-Akron Jets. 0.9 seconds left here. Tyler Benson adds the security goal. 5-3 is your score. Jets with the lead. The Red Raiders pull the goalie. Doesn't work out for them. The Jets will get the win here on this very late Saturday night. Almost like a West Coast game here in the NHL, but they will be back on the ice 2 o'clock tomorrow here at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh. And that will bring us to the end officially to this one. Jets, after 3, get the 5-3 win. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. We come back. We'll give you some of the numbers, and we will wrap it up here from the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here one last time at the Ice Castle here, at least for tonight. Wrap up this second game for the Canton-Akron Jets. Jets get the 5-3 win. Scoring went like this. It would be Tyler Benson to start the scoring for the Jets. That came at 13:21 of the first period. And it would be Goshek for the Red Raiders. They would find the back of the net with just 2:41 left in the first period. However, quickly after that, Braden LaChance would convert on the power play with 1:16 left to give the Jets the 2-1 lead. Going into the second period, Rossi Nicely would add one at 7:05, but it would be the Red Raiders. Staying in this one is Rakowski. And Cebulski would add goals for the St. Francis Red Raiders. And then in the third period, it would be the Canton-Akron Jets. It would be LaChance again with his second goal of the night. Coming with 8:45 left in the third period, they would make the score 4-3. And then Tyler Benson would finish this one off with just 3 seconds left. He would get the empty net goal. And for Connor Mold, he gets the win, stopping 20 out of 23. Musla takes the loss, stopping 18 out of 23. So even shots on goal for both these teams as we wrap it up here on this very late Saturday night. Again, want to remind you, coming up, Canton-Akron Jets back on the ice tomorrow, right around the 2 o'clock hour, depending on how the schedule goes. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll keep you updated. Of course, you can hear all the action on the iMedia One Network app, free for iOS and Android. And Caitlin and I are the last ones here in the arena. A quick exit here as everybody wants to wrap up a very long day here in the Pittsburgh area. So for Caitlin Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here and all day long for all the live events here across the iMedia One Network. And we look forward to having you back here tomorrow, right around the 2 o'clock hour. Check back again. We'll see how the schedule is going here on this very busy weekend on the iMedia One Network. And until then, we hope you have a fantastic night. And we will see you back here at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh on the iMedia One Network. Good night, everybody.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming. You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
And it spit out 7